Greetings, friends. Rudix here with another episode of Is This Game Scary? This week I'll be talking about a game called Narcosis. Friendly word of warning that, as always, this video may or may not possibly contain spoilers about the game, and if you haven't played it yet, then you've been warned. So if you go to the store page for Narcosis on Steam, you'll see that it's presented as a survival horror game underwater. But you gotta look really closely because apparently there's a comma in there, and I'm apparently blind and missed this. So I was really confused up until about 30 minutes in when I realized it was just a walking simulator with rocket launchers. And not only that, but the rocket launchers are completely useless because the only enemies in the game are either completely immune to them or these fast moving squids that are practically impossible to hit. And you can either yell your lungs off at them and freak out a whole bunch, or literally just walk right past them and ignore their existence. So yeah, this stopped being remotely scary after I just walked past all the squids, because honestly they are more of a nuisance if anything, and like, who the hell is even scared of squids? I mean, let's be real here, they're commonly used in little kids programs as just terrified creatures that spray ink everywhere, and then spend 20 minutes apologizing for ruining Dora's map and getting everyone lost in the jungle somewhere. I mean, even Nintendo made an entirely cartoony fun game where you play as kid squids, making a mess of things with paint or ink or whatever. If you're gonna make an underwater game and put enemies in it, put literally anything else in. You could even just fill a room with goldfish, and I'd have had a more terrified reaction than I do with squids, because a room full of goldfish in the bottom of the sea makes like literally no sense, and that'd be at least kind of freaky, or at least confusing for a minute. I mean, squids are even used in anime as like an erotic thing, so outside of that though, it's a really well done walking simulator, but there's like zero spooks, and so I give this game a 0 out of 10 on the spooky scale. The story and atmosphere are insanely good though, so at the very least it wasn't a huge wash. I'd actually give it like a 7 out of 10 on the generally a good walking sim, if you're into immersive walking sims. There were a few really trippy parts, and the puzzles made good sense, so if anything it's worth playing if you like stories about being in the ocean. I'd actually have given it a higher score if not for how awful the controls are sometimes, and how horrible the platforming jumping parts of the game are. And like I said earlier, it's impossible to actually use the rocket flare things properly, so I think it actually would have benefited the game more to just not have them at all. Also, the lack of a map was terrible at times, but also I think the game would have been too short with one, so that was probably a smart choice despite the fact that it became incredibly annoying at times. I mean, being lost at the bottom of the ocean is probably what they were more so going for, but it definitely was a convenient way to pad the game's length without ruining the mood of being lost at the bottom of the ocean. But anyways, that's it for Narcosis. If you enjoyed this video and would like to look forward to many more spooky game reviews in the future, be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. And if you're interested in seeing me actually play through a variety of games in real time, make sure you follow my Twitch stream at twitch.tv/Rudix. Thanks for watching and see you next time.